We are at Nkwanta district of the Volta region, and the valley you are observing is one of the many types of valleys we have scattered all over Volta region. This inland valley and what we call floodplains covers an area of about 800,000 hectares in Ghana, and it offers huge potential for rice production because of a relatively favorable soil moisture condition, or we may call it hydrology. It's so good, so it makes rice production good. But these valleys and floodplains have their unique problems, unusual problems, because of the slope or the nature of the orientation or the orientation of the land. There's always problem with runoff water and therefore erosion. And the erosion used to be so severe that external inputs like fertilizers are not effective at all in rice production here. Farmers, traditional farming system usually gives yield of about 1.5 to 2 tons per hectare, which is far below what technology we have developed offer or can produce. We are getting from our technology about 6 tons plus, which is so good. Farming system and the traditional practices involves slash, burn, and then broadcasting of direct seed, dry seed, or dibbling of dry seed. They do not add much fertilizers, and this makes it a bit terrible in terms of yield. And even if fertilizers are added, what happens is that there's always erosion, and therefore the fertilizer is washed away. We feel that there must be something here to control erosion and also conserve water. So our technology tends to bring in soil water conservation structures so that erosion is checked and water is conserved. So that is what I want you to know about this traditional system. We will have to go to our field where farmers are being trained in our modern technology of rice production in the inland valley and floodplains. Thank you. This whole area is an inland valley, and it holds huge potential for rice production because of relatively good soil moisture condition. But it has its problem of erosion from runoff water, and it's because of the orientation of the land, maybe the slopiness. And it makes adding external input like fertilizers highly ineffective because the runoff water takes the fertilizers away. And so, like I said, the traditional system doesn't put any structures to prevent erosion and to conserve water. Therefore, their yield is always low. Sometimes they are getting 1.5 to 2 tons per hectare, which is far below what we normally obtain from this new technology we are introducing. Our technology can bring about yield of about 6 tons per hectare. We are trying to introduce this technology to farmers here at Brenuase in Nkwanta district of the Volta region. We are being sponsored by Technology Development and Transfer Center of the University of Ghana. What we do here is to try to establish soil and water conservation structures. And we normally do by demarcating the plots within the field, and we demarcate along the contours so that when we are padding leveling, we wouldn't move soil from one point to another, topsoil in particular from one point to another. These soil conservation structures are in a form of bonds. As you can see here, there are bonds all around the plot. We have several plots within the field, and we have constructed such that you can see that it's terracing. Okay, we have the top most plots and the down to the bottom of the valley. Normally when we construct the bonds, we also try to bring in inlet and outlet canals for irrigation and also drainage. We also try to level the field so that we can manage the water effectively. Because when we introduce water to the plots, we want the water to stand all over the plot, not to shift from one place to another. And we do that by using simple machinery called power tiller. Simple machine called power tiller. We bring in water and we rotovate or paddle when the soil is saturated, so that we can get very soft mud within each plot. We bring in water and we level by the help of wooden plank. We shift the soil a bit to a lower portion of the field, just a little of that, to ensure the entire plot within the field is level, to facilitate good water management. We have passed the farmers through many of the steps of this technology. Apart from the land development too, we have taught them good agricultural practices. We have taught them how to nurse or manage nursery well, how to establish the rice crop by either transplanting or by direct seeding. Dibbling, they dibble or broadcast, okay? And we have also taught them good water management. So we bring water, we pump water from a perennial river or stream through canal or the inlet canal into the fields. And when there is an excessive water within the field, maybe due to high rainfall, we try to drain through the drainage canal. And as you can see here, we are entering into the dry season, but you can see that it's quite fresh. The rice is quite fresh and doing so well, because we have opportunity to manage the water without problem. And you can see the structure, the bonds around the fields. So if there's rainfall and maybe runoff, the question of erosion will not be there at all. So this is what we are introducing. We are likely to harvest or get a yield of about 6 tons per hectare, which is above world average of 3.5 tons per hectare. And it's comparable to what the Koreans and Japanese are getting. We feel that the farmers must adopt, because they do a lot of work, but always getting low yield, and therefore cannot even break even. They are highly discouraged because they feel that, well, we must have to do it because we have to survive. But with regards to profit, it's just not there. And this technology, I think they are embracing it. And at this point, I want to pause for them to also come and express their views on the technology we are introducing. It's called Sawah Technology. That's the small name we normally give it. Yeah, thank you.
Your friend Mensa famous. Me kuyani amedomo. Madomo no afi eduni. Na your group be your friend say your father. Ewo broniase. Na group no me na meda no me ye chairman. Na mo djuma na ye no. Kan no ye di anwonde. E na ye djuma no. Ye yeso a mfaso bia emba mu. Na nyame achaade no afi yanya papa bi a ye friend say Dr. Ofori. Oba ye no wabekire ye ejuma efa ku ejuma ho a eye mo ejuma no na wa kire ye kwan a sese ye di dom mo no na kakra na ya afi no metumani na mehwa ma wonsen sakra ya aba mu pa ye dom mo eka ba kwa emo a yetimi nya ebe ye te se eka 3 tons ba afi ni ya doctor be kire ye efa sese akwan no mu no ya wonsen mo na ya do afi no ibetimi anya 6 tons ewo afom no mu nti ye danyame ase se doctor abeboaye anase wabebie ya ni ewo sa kwan so o kanu nkrasem a babinum a ye don no nsuo no anase asase na ye do so no atia nti nsuo to ana nsuo no nyina asimu akofa akọ nti ye do sa wo se babi no mo no gina babi mo no gina edu babi so na nsuo no gina na ewia ebo na ama emo no entumi nso aba nti ne nyina mu no edi eka na bre nti wo kasesi akuafo no bebre emo adwuma no ye agyae kire se wo ye adwuma na wanya mfa so ba ye de na ye no eka na ebo nti bebre agyae sesi aye kai wo babro ni ase a ba bia ye dom mo na mo asase no ibetimi anya te se 8 hectares anase 800 hectares but sesi ase na eka ba adwuma no nti asase no nyina ya agya ato se yensan ye mo adwuma biem na so doctor baye wa betire no se ya nyambo akakra be kan ho a University of Ghana na ya nyambo akakra fi omo nchen be kan doctor de na odi abetire ya migi se ye bekọ yanim ewo emu adwuma no tete no ye di ya wonde na edo a ye do a ye nya hwe emfim ye boka na so se sia University of Ghana for ama se omo kire ye kwan a ye mfa so dom no ya wonsen sakraye abam na se sia no ejuma ye nkasa no ya wonse se University of Ghana for benya ya benya mboa ye dibe ye ejuma no ama ye so ya timi ado aboa Ghana man mboa na ye hia sesia ne sa asase na ye do so no ndua gina so ena baby a ye do no se eye ti se esie no mo ne people no mo anase ewom asase no nti no kakra pe na nsuo na awe akofa akọ na baby no asase na awo ndua no mo ejina asase no so yentumi entutu ndua no enti sesia no ye pese ye sre University of Ghana for say sesia no yenya machines a ye dibe sesi asase no ebi ti say bulldozer a mo dibe tutu ndua no ene esie na ewo afom no mu na enu achi no yenya power tiller ene ne a ye dibe twa mo no ene ye dibe boro mo no yenya enum nyina nti ye pese mo mboaye ewo sa kwan so fertilizer so ehia ye pa urea ehia ye pa chemicals a ye di spray afom ekum urea no ehia ye na ye ha krampo no ye won urea bi wo horom a nduro no bi wudi faso a enye adwuma nti ye sre University of Ghana for say omumra omunsane free asoro omra fom na omumbe boaye na yentimi ye adwuma no na adwuma no enkwanim ye sre momboaye papa so eye Dr. Ofori na adwumadi na oye ha no enkwanim na ehye nyankopon die nonyam.
My name is Roxy Natiklu. I am a rice farmer for over 8 years, and I am a group leader at one of the village near Broniase here called Upper Junction. And so I am a cluster champion for Nkwanta Basa district. We experienced this kind of training in our previous village where I hand. In fact, we get a lot of profit and a lot of change in our farming system after this type of training we experience from university. First, we do rice farm in our wisdom way, our traditional ways. We didn't take it as a business, so we do it anyhow. And the profit too, we didn't get anything. We spend a lot, we gain little. But there was a certain funds came out, which is skill development fund. So I applied to that fund, and I'm able to get this university graduates, Dr. Fori and their group. They're able to give us a training. So from that training, I said I will not be a selfish man to enjoy the training alone. So I have to let other farmers in the cluster experience the same training. So Dr. Fore also let us understand that there is a support from university. So he applied for it, and God willing, it happened. So we try to do the same demonstration at Broniase too, for the rice farmers here to know that there is a change in rice farming. So first, our land is like a hill land. It's not level. If there is rainfall, the water will go one side, all the erosion is taking place, all the nutrients are going away. So we can't use fertilizer or any farm input in the field, because if there is a rainfall, it will wash it away. And we just using one terms of farming, because from that you can't use irrigation system in the area. So they introduced this Sawah system of rice. So after everything, how to store water in the field to prevent the erosion not to take place on the field. So we pass through all those process. So now we can see that we can pump water from the river sources and put it into the field. The water will remain here for 3-4 days before it will go. And as soon as we apply the inputs to, it remain in the field. So that means we can see the change of the environment of the crop that we are dealing with. So we are very glad of the system. First, our traditional system we are using, the yield is about just 2.5 to 3 tons per hectare. But my previous project I handled, we are able to get about 6.4 per hectare. So I know this place too, we are going to gain the same thing from here. It will help us. The rice farming will be a business in the area. It's already a business in the community, but it will generate more yield and more income to the people in the community. So we thank University of Ghana for the support they gave us, and we are requesting different things. The land needs to be prepared. We are using manpower. You can see these old people, they'll be under the soil, use manpower to do these bondings with hose. And after that, they'll use hose to level the place. So we can't do any much or a large farm. But if they introduce the machines into the system and they develop the land, they introduce machine to the system, the farming will be great in this area. After the machinery, we need like inputs, fertilizer, chemicals, and funds, small loans for the farmers. Because this rice farming, if you do the calculation, the money that you involve in 1 acre is huge. So a lot of farmers couldn't get that. That's why they are into the old tradition. But with this new technology, it needs money. So if they can get a fund, I think the work will be easier for we the farmers. Thank you.
Nko ye rejoice aute. Mele molu gbelede. Dongo ne molu gbelede da. Mi no molu gbelede pele asi alo pele mi ape agbelenu. Anyigba ko mi ngono na cha. Anyigba we o wa po pele ve. Da mi le wa sigbe meno ngba gbede ke pele be ne tie jala tie lonanu elonu nyame choto ji ko ina da ga meta po be tefe do wa anyu tefe do ma anyu. Ta mi le ji ke kama fa mi veve ma. Mi va po Dr. Ofori. Evava ya ova fiami eleke he mi adagbelele nkuvuvi fe monu e fiami leke mi adowe de line me e fiami leke he mi agbayin over ever ko power tiller cover over level anyigba o wa de weta e ke hova wa fifiela enyowu e ke he mi ami no wa chancha mi adagbedohin e ka agoti de kala do mi pona e do agoti de ka do mi pona do kotoku wa me enyi alo aton alo yo mi pona leme kake hova e ke hova fia mi fifi enku wi to va fe mi do de line malo mi wi de dodo de nula fifi mi ten pona e de we bla eton lo bla velo bla vevo aton le e ka de kame ta mi po be ke Dr. Ofori cover fia mi fiela enyowu gbanto ke mi mi no wa chan tanu ko hiyan he mi akọ wa do we mi dibe mi de kuku ne university to we be eyo va de fia mi be yo we demegbe ne do ta mi le kuku de no be no pede mian ne edo wa nu ko mi akọ wa do power tiller machine ko wa ba ko ho ati o la nyigba machine ko wa ko level anyigba jinami be mi atan dagbele be wa iji asugbo please suwe du comme la mi atan a supply mo la be bronia si e fada e group la mi wana do pa mi wana do wule ke mi wana do ga ke meten pona nu gbogbo le mesigbo va sere si me doctor va fiami mo ke mi akoto akowela ape mi amedo he we nyi kra mewa de e ko va fiam mewa de ke mewala ele ke me po va fe ke va me la me po wu fe ke me wu ke mi ho o va fiam e ke o va fiam vi fe la me po wu e ke me wa fe ke va me abe ya nyi mi ape han ya ko hele mi ami dwe mi ape amachi o temele mi asi o amachi ko va jere me e hwasi tane mi atan pa amachi we na mi akọ wa do ihe asia bobo emi atanko wa do ke do ayi jimela afi ba ademi ajipa ta mi le kuku de be mi apede mi an fadre ke me la gbede ka ke nyi me pon gbagbede kel me va si me doctor va fi ami monu ke wa fi me po be en mo jenyonyo aga ke nu de ka tenye be eku ke mi o ke mi no aya ko mi no wa ta mi hiane eku yeye we ke mi akove na mi pris be mi ape anyigbala me to be eku ke che va ti e de we ke mi le wa che do mi wa jin de fi mi wa white one re to de fi ta e do chele chaka ta po be do no ni mi va harvest bo fi te chela e do chaka na de me ne mi va we va po be do chaka de me ta mi di be mi ana mi ne mi akpede mi ana mi kunwe to de ke mi awa ke mi ne mi nya harvest mo lu ko mi nya be mi po variety nwe to ke he maybe ado jijo ne mi acha no cover na mi la mi akpo jijo le
ma yiri ana bata ajua me fara amara wa kruton su kufu ya nso amara wa kan de me fara ne hwi me benyu hwi ya ma fara ngba eke sala maka kala na popere nso dokta Ofori kwangana okwanka wura da mara kan de fara amara kan de fara popere kula na de nyindi na Dr. Ofori kwanka wura da muna ka da mafara marakan kin da nyo awura da na da fara marakan da ya kallan lai ampa da fara marakan mana da ban ko bakon ka wura da na da ma da ya kamana na da nyinga marakan pa na so da ban kana balan pon fara mara so mana ka be mu budon fara mara do ne be be nyum do ne betetina ka fara yala na da tale kama da fara na bulasu do kama botaka da fara na wani ma bo na lam bo kana lam na dukkan ka da banda na wese da sanna na amalanga yinan ka ta nyake na yinan ka matide mura tiya da ba man titekale mura da esra na bakon ka fada abo baka ba mu masin se kwana da ka baka da sana tare kan fada na tare kan po ki ya cece kan da fala maranga na maranga po kasin da boro kolon na maranga kide brother de banke de surana na de fala manganta na de mu pasete na bote be kale de don be tar kale ya brother ske de surana baka fada masin singa de kala maranga fada ngande tuku na babaga maranga fada nana madabse da sorena wani amaranga mana da maranga da yana bada na kuyaya brada da sirana akwa ban university tina ban yin balamba ba kwan ka le amaranga fada kan ka kuya da jenna da talifan amalo kan naju 200 million bag sekura ka da mu surprise Ghana brada da sirawo te keteka mana hadana den ya koba chomi ke ka mutesida kida tumu da taramu ya amala ajuma kan nana den ya amala biya nyinga gbagba kan akpadi fara ka mu biya nyinga kpakpa nyinga bukon ka le kan na kekeji wale nana di wani kan committee kuma do yana kayana ye fada wani no kolon da ye fada bana da ya kon bana den ya masinsi kan ka desna da telepo fada kan dama da ya mara kana da sai suka faskene do jina mara ya business ya suna na duban ka da tajina dokta ofodu bukon ka wura do na sai suka mara kan ya business pa da du losimo dama da chanda wusana da ye na da muke business na da biya makanyin tari jube siyama